And it's got an umbrella mount as well, so you can deploy them. But again, these are a bit more expensive. Depends on what you want to do.
How much is more expensive?
About £180 for one, whereas the kits are about 160 for two. Okay, so it depends on what you want to do. These will last you a bit longer because LEDs, the balls don't go. But I would, when it comes to using certain things like snoots, the snoot we use, you can use it on this, and yes, it'll fit. But it'll get very hot very quickly. So don't, if you've got kids over here, yeah, I'll touch that. No, don't. But we'll come to that in just a minute. So I'm just going to quickly show the effect of what a beauty dish is. Okay, so it's a nice round shape, and we can triple diffuse it, so we can show you what that looks like. Here, depending on how you put it together. But you can put it together. So it's landscape if you want to. So if you want a wider, shorter light. So if you're doing for your just a few, do them upright. But if you're doing a wider group shot or group of things, small one because I have to take it on the trays. Okay, but you can diffuse this in loads of different ways. Okay, so you've got an outer diffuser, you've got an inner diffuser. You've got, anyone know what this is? It's a grid. So what this does is this really eradicates. You know how we had the photograph? We still managed to pick the background up. With that same image, we have this on. You'd be on a black background because it really focuses the light, stops the drop off. So we'll have a go with that in a minute. Luckily we can use this on both this and we can use it on the LED as well, so we can show the differences between them. When we go on, in about 10 minutes, we're going to try and recreate this again, but we're going to use continuous lighting, and you can see the differences. And the civil out. Okay. And we'll see if that just brings it in. And that, yeah. It's not quite, for me, I know we're going to have the camera, it's a little bit hot, isn't it? It's a little bit overexposed. Okay, so once you get these basic settings in your head and you know what the difference between the two needs to be, about there. Oh, that one, there you go. Yeah, then you can use that. So the front light is half a stop more powerful than the light at the back. So yeah, we're going to put that set on at 5.6, let's say, 120 good ISO. Okay, so what do you say about that exposure there? So it's trying to steal something. 100, I know it was 100 ISO. Now the 100 ISO, I'm assuming, is not going to work. Bearing in mind that the flash is twice as powerful as this, so you'll probably find it needs to be a lot higher. So let's just tilt this down.
Because you were at 400, weren't you, with this?
We were originally, yes. Let's just give it a go and see what sort of response we get. You can't use flashlight either, I'm afraid. Across the board. Guys, if you want to get a bit closer, by all means, don't be shy.
maybe need some light coming in from the left.
From the left? Yeah, you don't think that. This is our main light, so do you think the main light could do with being on the other side? We swap them over.
Not necessarily, but
No?
then just move the problem.
Right,
It's
exactly.
that funny shadow on the black, on the blue head.
On the blue head. Now, whenever you're photographing a number of things, you're always going to find it difficult when you get. That's it.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we'll have a
Not
look
half
at
the
that.
reflector in it. but-
Okay, let's go again. Let's go again. So where do you reckon? About there? It's got a reflector in it.
Yeah, reflector's out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So has that got? That's probably that. So has that got rid of that shadow?
Got a bit of fun of it, but
Bit of your thumbs, which will quite what the health and safety thing is. There we go. Okay, so you want to hold that, I reckon. Where do you reckon? Where you bring that in? Now, what's that doing there? Can you hold that there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what, if I hold it this side,
I got it.
so you got it, you sure, yeah? So what's that doing to the shadow there?
It's still there.
It's softened that shadow a lot, isn't it? I mean, you're always going to get that shadow, unless you bring that back on, save your arms. What you can do on some of these, like if you're talking about lighting, table's still live, you can get a table you can shoot through, but it doesn't necessarily have to be on your subject.
so that other one you showed earlier, a couple that I hadn't noticed you just got the LED went on that one then.
On that one?
That one, yeah.
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 It's quite nice,
Quite
isn't it?
nice,
It's simple,
yeah.
isn't it? It's a little, there is camera shake because
Well,
you know, it's slightly, what you'd want to do is either spend £150 on a trigger or just put it on the 2-second delay so the camera's got time to settle before you take the photograph. But we are already at, we're at f8, ISO is 100, you can adjust that, you can put the ISO up to allow you faster shutter speed, because you're not going to get any pixel damage at 400, 600, 800 ISO, you'll be fine. Just leave it. You're shooting, it's like everyone's shooting camera raw, no one's shooting JPEG or TIFF or anything like that. Yeah, so you can easily change the white balance afterwards. Or you can grey pick it, so you can tell the camera what grey you want afterwards. But we can come to that and we'll speak to you about that afterwards. Okay, so now we're going to do something similar, but we're going to use flash. We're going to use some modifiers. The disadvantage to these are the only modifiers you can get for it. You can't get umbrellas, you can't get snoops, but they are fantastic, they do everything you need to do. Some people have been known to take all the diffusers out, they want a really harsh spotlight with it, and what you can do, take all of this off. They run cold, or coldish, I won't put your face on it or anything, but yeah.
How much is something like that?
160 quid, not massively expensive. You do only get one, but you don't get anything else with it. But your studio you were talking about, you've got something that will run for a while. You know, something that's going to allow you to do sort of multiple photographs of lots of people. Something like this will sort that out. Right.
are you happy with that they would actually compete with a flash?
Okay, but we're going to have a look at this beauty dish, because these are really cool. Okay, but we're going to have a look at this beauty dish, because these are really cool.
So is that a speed light?
That's not, no.
No. Okay.
Someone mentioned speed lights. So speed lights, okay, so we'll go right back. So people call them strobes, they call flashes, speed light. This is speed light because it's got speed light written on it, because it's the Canon name. It's as simple as that, fits to your camera. This is a strobe because it flashes and it strobes. This is a flash because it flashes. That's a strobe because it strobes. That's a flash because it flashes. There's so many different names, it can all get a little bit confusing. But fundamentally, they're all the same. They'll do the same thing. They'll create a harsh or a powerful light for 1/10,000th of a second as a flash. They all do the same thing, and you can get adapters for these that will fit into softboxes and burn to the things the same. You know, depends on what sort of photography you're going to do. As you know, there's a couple of weddings that we've got a pro photo website. You can get loads of different stuff for that. The A1 you've got, which is a brilliant bit of kit. What do you find with a round head over a square? Use a square head.
So I use a little hood that.
Because the A1's got it's that one's square. It's a round.
Oh yeah. No, because I used to have the Canon Speedlight
Yeah.
430 or something like that. and I just didn't like it as much. And then I much prefer the circular head.
You find it gives a softer, like a more natural
Yeah,
light.
I think it's
doesn't it?
really nice. It's a really nice.
That's what you're saying about the round versus square. The rounder heads give a more natural light. You know, it's meant to be, because you think about the shape of the sun, it's round, isn't it? Yeah. So when you're talking about modifiers and diffusers, when you're outside, it's like it has been some nice weather, it's really, really sunny. You put your hand down, there's loads of shadows, isn't there? Then a piece of cloud comes on and covers the sun. It's a bit darker, but everything's softer, isn't it? You know what I mean? So being a weather photographer outside doing that, natural light portraits, you potentially want some cloud, because it will give you a nice finish. Right, so any other volunteer, or should we use this lady? Any volunteers?
I really hate a taken.
Okay, so we're going to leave that 5.6, 100th of a second. No diffusion really, just using those silver reflectors built in. What do you think? It's not bad. Have a quick look. Exactly that. So what's happened here, because there's no diffusion, you can see the shape of the beauty dish on the background, because it's past torsion, straight past here, and it's going to hit. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave it the same, we're going to put the inner diffuser on, and that's how it's going. It's alright, take two, it's fine, not charging. So look, this is. Okay, so if you look, there's not a massive difference between the two. If you just look at the background here, so that's fixed on. You put this on again.
That goes on the very
Goes
front.
on the very, very front. Okay, so you can use a single diffuser, like and a grid if you want to. But this will give, we talked about moody portraits, this gives a very direct light with very little drop off. So what we want to look at is the background. So if you are doing individual portraits and you want to make it look really quite sort of dramatic, this is a great way of doing it. Okay. And the aperture down,
Right.
letting more light in from other surroundings.
Okay.
That's why you want to take it up. If you want that look, that's
It's,
a good look.
so it's allowing
Yeah.
that to control the light
Everything.
coming out
Very
from
well.
there more
Exactly.
by. Okay. Yeah, it's an area I haven't
No,
considered, Bob. I mean,
thanks a lot.
I haven't heard people thinking of.
100, and then it was 100 ISO. Now the 100 ISO, I'm assuming, is not going to work. Bearing in mind that the flash is twice as powerful as this, so you'll probably find it needs to be a lot higher. So let's just tilt this down.
Because you were at 400, weren't
Yeah.
you, with this?
We were originally, yes. Let's just give it a go and see what sort of response we get.